Gamers, Braxophone here. I wanted to go over an updated tier list for Wuthering Waves 1.1. First off, I want to talk about the new character, Jinxi. She is one of the strongest characters in the entire game. She does crazy damage. She goes in S tier. Next up, I obviously want to talk about Verena. Verena is one of the strongest characters in the game. I'm going to go and put her up in S tier. Now, how about Jian? Well, Jian has lots of AoE damage and can parry really easily, which makes hologram and tower boss fights easy, so I'm gonna put him up in S tier. Let's talk about Mortefi. Mortefi is a character that does a lot of off-field damage, but he also can enhance your character's heavy attacks when he uses his outro skill and has some buffs with his sequence nodes. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in S tier. Now guys, I've been saying this since the launch of the game. Danjin is one of the best characters for damage in the entire game. She's self-sustaining, which means she can solo all content. She's easily, with sequence node 6, up in the S tier. Now, Sano is kind of in the same deal, except she can't really self-sustain as well, but if you just don't get hit, that's the same thing as self-sustaining, and she's completely free to play. So I'm gonna put her up in S tier. Now it's about time we talk about Yanwu. This is one of the characters that I had been saying from the beginning of the game was very good, and everyone kept saying, oh no, he's so bad, but now that Jinxi is out, they finally see my genius, which is that Yanwu is actually a very good character, with Jinxi making him one of the best characters in the game because he has one single synergy with one of the strongest characters. That puts him up in S tier. Now, it wouldn't be an updated tier list if we didn't talk about Changli. Now, we've gotten to play her a little bit in-game, and so far, she's been an absolute blast. She's really fun, so I'm gonna put her up in S tier. Guys, we need to talk about Yinlin. We have to talk about how she has changed this game and Electro DPS. She has so many buffs on her outro skill, and she does some pretty solid off-field damage as well. Yinlin, I'm probably gonna put her up in the S tier. Now, you guys know CN was talking about how crazy good Encore was as a standard 5-star unit. Easily one of the best characters to pick as a standard 5-star. Probably the most deserving of S tier. Oh, dude, I've been wanting to talk about Yang Yang for so long. She's such a good character, and nobody believes me when I say she's so strong. She gives energy to your next character with her outro skill, and she has grouping. It may only reach like 1 or 2 feet in front of you, but she has grouping, guys. It's really good. I would definitely put her up in the S tier, guys. She is 100% a super slept on character. Definitely deserves the S tier. All right, now the Lion Boy, everyone knows that when you get him started, when you get the engine going, he's one of the strongest characters in the entire game. He has such high on-field damage whenever he is in his Forte circuit. Sorry, whenever he activates his alternate form, you know, where he's like jumping up, doing lots of kicks and lots of ice damage. Easily one of the best characters in the entire game for about 5 seconds. I want to put him up in S tier, but he's really short, so I'm going to put him down here in D tier. Now, Chi-Chi is a character that's getting slept on by every single content creator, guys. Every single content creator is talking about how Chi-Chi is shit, and everyone's sleeping on her, and she does so much damage. Have you guys seen the macro video where if you spam the macro, she can solo all the content in the game? It's so crazy. So the fact that she can kill Hologram 5 and you can do it with a free character makes her easily deserving of S tier. Havoc Rover. All right, well guys, we knew Havoc Rover was good. We knew that she's been good since basically the beginning of the game. One of the highest multiplier characters in the entire game. Very similar to Chi-Chi actually, because she has that super high ultimate multiplier, putting her in S tier. So Havoc Rover, naturally, because she has such high multipliers, we're putting her up in the A tier. I don't even know who this character is. She's not Verena, so we don't care about her. No, I'm just kidding. You guys know, after you finally get her outro skill activated after 30 seconds of on-field time, she is easily S tier. Alto, so Alto doesn't do a ton of damage unless he has S6, but when he has S6, easily one of the strongest characters in the entire game for the arrow category. Not as good as Jian, but still deserving of the S tier. Now she actually does a lot of damage. All you have to do is have an insanely good build on her, funnel a ton of support into her, and use food buff, and she's easily one of the strongest characters in the entire game for the Havoc class. I'm gonna put her up in the S tier. Tall Trial, man, this guy really fell off B tier. Spectro Rover, he's all right. And finally, guys, I want to talk about Janshin. This is one of the most controversial characters in the entire game because so many people love her because she's best girl, but so many people acknowledge that she does no damage. Well, I say frick you haters. She does so much damage. Easily S tier character, one of the best DPS in the entire game. All right, guys, so this is my updated Wuthering Waves tier list. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to smash that like button and share this with everybody so that they know who the strongest characters in the game are.